turn off the broadcast and to disable the explosives.
Didn't I, in a half-dead state, shoot a dude in the head?
Yes.
Well, partly high on your own nanomachines and all sorts of mystery drugs.
And just pure adrenaline and pain.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Trip.
Somewhat. Yep, somewhat. That's pretty much the important bits.
Alrighty.
I think I just...
Cease. Also,
And
you're
I
just
guess I
assuming
just-
that the knife is to your throat. I just pulled the knife out.
And I
You don't
guess I'm
want to
just
know what it
carrying
actually is. Don't worry about it. 5 seconds in and we're already derailed.
You hope it's a knife.
Oh god. It's a
So
machete.
what?
Listen, can we stop threatening each other for at least 5 minutes? That's all I ask. I
No.
say
Yeah.
that as I
Five.
hold the armored part of the leg.
Now, I just want to ask, who actually grabbed the explosives?
I did, obviously.
It was not me, I'll tell you that much.
Yes. Yeah, just put demo kit. That would be already asking me questions I'm not ready for.
1, 2 kilos, 3 kilos
That's
of
gonna-
explosives.
It's not going to be much.
Ballpark of a grenade.
A grenade.
Alrighty.
Oh, a grenade's like 200 grams or something rather. Anyway.
Not real world grenade. Alright. So, you all decide. So I know you guys talked about it out of character, but the decision was to return to the chapel.
Yeah.
Yes.
After we
Yes.
make sure to get him out of anything unusual like power armor.
As a quick side note, I have discovered the game has explosive colors. Carry on.
Yes, we're all aware of penal legions.
Alright, so
Other than carrying the leg. Well, I wouldn't like to look as much as on the stuff, but yeah, we're kind of hurt.
wait, so you're carrying Kenelm and the bag.
I would try to just drag the body that I just zapped to oblivion.
Yeah, no, there's you'd need like a vacuum cleaner to pick most of it up.
Ugh.
So he wasn't technically wearing any armor, it was just the stealth suit. Or not proper stealth suit, but stealth tech.
I don't
Uh,
think.
I would think I would try to grab anything unusual left on the body.
The demolition kit is 4 kilograms.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a. Well, how much time do you want to spend looking?
It would just be like 5 minutes, if that.
5 minutes. Okay. All right. So you're definitely able to find some scraps with markings on it. Any large insignia has been destroyed or damaged beyond recognition. But you can definitely tell you've got some Anglian language.
Can I also just?
It's
quickly
just
check-
Spanish.
Can I also just check for animal, which I just would. It would just be like the old metal rods.
Also, you say that derailing slightly. A Death Guard Tech Marine had a secret vault of weapons locked to an ancient language that only he spoke, and the language was fucking Spanish. It's in a Horace
That is
Heresy novel.
beautiful.
Password.
He's like, what? He's like, what? What language is that? A Terran one, and then he speaks, and it's fucking Spanish.
Was the password DSL Moltos?
Ah,
No, it was like, I can't remember. It was like, yeah, but it was definitely Spanish. Yeah, I should put it up.
I just said Day of the Dead.
Oh, no. But it was actually Spanish.
I'll be right back.
Oh, cool.
So,
Well,
So-
while you are looking for armor and bits, Andrique is poking the dead corpses and looking at all the squishy bits. Impatiently waiting to leave. It's interesting how he walks over to where Taven's picking through that dead guy. It's interesting how your warp lightning causes this guy to explode. I can't even tell what bits are what. I think this was part of his brain picking up something squishy and black and charred.
Or
Frozen
or
off the
hard.
edge.
Or hey,
heart, brain.
I was.
Picks up a
I was-
big lumpy pink chunk. Don't know what this was. Throws it off the edge.
I
On the
was.
street below, at a kilometer below, at the bottom of the street, people walking by, just getting pink blobs splattered down in front of them.
I was very upset. I was referring to what he meant by the guy being
I have returned. The
Yeah.
question is do I even have a knife?
Alright.
Or chainsword.
I was making a joke of it being in your head.
So, driving through the city. At this point, the hive is mostly calmed down, but you're still finding evidence of, the chaos. Yeah, the pandemonium that had happened.
How many dead bodies do we see?
Not that many dead bodies, but you do see a lot of places have been smashed, and
Disappointing.
you do find a street of people who've been, either lined up and shot, or they just got shot and lined up after the fact.
Intriguing.
Because communications were down, things got out of control quickly, and so there's still sections of the city that are.
Oh wait, I mean, okay, so crap. we should ask Nerevar if we could still use astropaths in short range. This seems to mostly be a technological interference.
Yeah, so these were just meant for the city. These were voxcasters, not proper astropathic communications.
Also,
And
I would imagine a hardline box, my astropathic friend, would still be operational. You cannot break a hardline unless you physically cut the cables. And as the cables are underground, I highly doubt that the hardline links of the city have been damaged.
True, but I mean, I'm just saying, and suggesting Nerevar could probably using the astropaths to try to get some communication going around the city.
I think he's not going to communicate well since he's half dead, but I will communicate to them on your behalf.
Throne.
Rings up the chapel. Greetings, fellow servants of the Adeptus Ecclesiarchy. I say, is there any room in your thing at the moment for a poor soul of the Emperor who was injured during today's unfortunate events?
This is Sister White. Our chapel is still open.
Jolly good.
We recommend coming from the south side approach.
Very good. We shall be there shortly.
How will... so, before you go, how will we identify you?
Oh, you'll figure that out pretty quickly. A ground car that is coming. A ground car will be coming with injured occupants inside.
No.
No, I feel it was a ground car. I ain't elaborating. No, we're not in a sky car. I refuse to go with sky cars.
We are in transportation.
So as you all pull in, or as you're pulling up the southern approach, it's a relatively open causeway, and so you can see the chapel, and obviously you can be seen by it too. And at this point, they've turned that opening right outside the main gate of the chapel into a little fortified position. As you approach, you can see now the sisters are all fully decked out, power armor, bolt guns, and you get a hand waved to stop the car.
Why are you shaking, large button?
Alright, so
Come
who
on,
wants to approach first?
You've stared dark
Andrique
Eldar
Clothier
abominations
just opens
in
the
face.
door and steps out, bold as brass, clear as day, and says, "Greetings, sisters. We have an injured man in the back here who needs rather urgent medical attention. Would anyone lend us a hand?" Yeah, but you're still in the car.
So
I
everyone's
imagine once Dempsey gets out of the car, there's a lot more room in the car.
Or yeah, the thing goes up a foot and then goes back down. You know, it's a hover car. Well,
Yeah.
There's now room to actually put a seat back in.
As Dempsey steps out, the driver just reclines his seat back to a normal sitting position.
I asked the driver, can I get the radio to talk to Lord Nerevar?
I mean,
Oh, I'll let you guys do it first, but yeah.
one of you all had a radio already, and
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assumed you were all sharing the radio around.
Okay, fair enough.
That's how you get infection. Always
Alright.
wipe down your radio before sharing it.
No, that's finding the used needles. That's outside.
Yeah. I'll even
Yeah.
push it like under the seat if I have to.
You guys just ignore that roll.
It is a 55. Any other context is lost to us.
Sisters of Battle shoot us immediately.
So,
A bomb
that-
goes off and we all die.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
so seeing as how you're all armed, the sister waves two others over to escort you guys inside.
Wait, am I being forced
The only one of us not armed is me. Though to be fair, I'm also not legged.
Wait, am I being pulled in as well, or?
Yeah, they're waving you all into the chapel.
Oh, so me too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to tell the driver to take you away.
I'll be.
I would recommend doing that.
Well, I would.
Yeah, I do believe the Psyker should not be in the chapel full of these zealous sisters of battle that hate witches.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nerevar.
Yeah. It's like. Yep. Yeah, I'll. Yeah, I would.
I would just
basically,
like to point out that I'm basically just in a red jumpsuit.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
that's
I guess
why
I
you-
told the
That's why
driver,
you're passing as a poor innocent
yeah,
person caught up in
okay,
the riot. Yes,
so
but
we
he can
tell
be
the driver
passed as a
to-
poor. He can be passed off as a poor innocent person caught up in the riot. I, as a doctor, can be caught up, can justify by the fact that I was helping him, and you, as the Arbites member, you can be escorting us under police supervision. We don't have any justification for an unregistered psyker to be with us.
Dempsey,
the rest
we are
of us
still
have
us.
bypasses.
Actually, registered. Actually, the thing is, I'm completely registered.
Even still,
Sisters of battle. They
Yeah.
still
He's
don't like him.
He's not liked, but he is,
He's tolerated
exactly.
at best.
Yeah. Basically, like, yeah. To Lord Nerevar, we
Back
we
to
have
the palace.
things to show.
It would also be very important for him to secure the things that need to be secured.
Yes. Yep.
Now this driver is like a couple screws short of a full set.
He's a couple screws short of 2 screws.
Yes.
Just
So
Just don't do anything.
he starts
Oh.
taking Taven back to the palace. Getting back to you three, as you enter the chapel proper, the sisters wave over a couple of white-robed novitiates who you notice have been given oversized bolt guns when they're outside of power armor.
their power armor still does help them with strength. Not as much as Space Marine power armor, but it still helps.
Yeah, the novitiates just have the bolt guns.
It sucks for them. They're not the lucky novitiates to
they
get
add
auto
pattern.
guns.
I think they're just Diaz pattern bolt guns.
Yeah, Diaz pattern.
Yep.
No, it's a human-sized bolt gun.
And the Cinder tell you, hand over your weapons, and we'll keep them safe for you. Yeah, you can. So you guys give everything up.
Oh yes, I don't need my weapons at the moment, I don't think. My natural wit is a smart enough weapon already. Oh,
Also, you really
Sad thing is that really shouldn't be suspicious at all. No, I mean that shouldn't be. We just know what happened outside.
Now I'm just remembering the scene from Sinbad. And then when he was done, they were walking back out.
so. So looking around the inside of the chapel, there are just you notice there's a new big old scorch mark in the top corner. Looks like somebody had probably fired a rocket into the building. Grevin has on an old set of guardsman flak armor and a chainsword. Meanwhile, there's a novitiate standing by him, kind of acting as his eyes. While he is giving some kind of sermon, you notice the pews are almost exclusively filled with, the wounded and the dying. At this point, one of the sisters recognizes Andrique. Oh, Doctor, you're back. We need you over at
course.
the aid
Show
station.
me to the patients.
And this is wait. Stop, sir, before you can leave.
Oh yes.
The preacher needs to talk to you.
Oh, of course, of course.
As Grevin's little speech comes winding down, he comes over. Well, is led over, I should say. And who do we have here? Says with that not looking look of a blind man,
Yeah.
Yep. You can't really see shapes.
Again, sir, we have returned. I see that there are some more patients than there were when I left this morning.
Any kind of squinting, you have a companion?
Yes, that
If
Adeptus
you're talking about
Mechanicus
the one
fellow.
you brought last time, I don't want to see it again.
Oh, come now. No, that thing's gone. I think. Chicks in his pocket. Oh no, here it is. I'll save that for later. Puts it back in the same pocket.
Okay.
No, that Mechanicus fellow that was with me. He unfortunately got caught up by all these traitorous bastard ruffians outside. But I'm sure with a lick of plasma he'll be right in a few days. Maybe.
You put me down, remember?
Yeah, he's over there. He's not important.
No, I now
Well,
blend in with the dead masses.
I like to imagine he gives a little, like, half-hearted hand up.
I am rubbing my nub.
I hadn't known
Don't
you'd
do that.
become acquainted with our tech volunteer.
Oh, yes, an interesting fellow, once I started talking to him. The Mechanicus are such an unusual bunch, I must say. Their philosophies are extreme, but as long as we all serve the Emperor in all things, I suppose we can tolerate the Mechanicus's eccentricities.
About at this point, Dempsey's pulled out the last of his magazines and begins working on taking his grenades out. Okay. And your other well-armed companion?
Oh, he's a member of this town's local constabulary. I didn't even know we had a local constabulary here. But he was assisting us in bringing my poor injured fellow here back to receive medical attention. Very nice of him, although, whispering conspiratorial, between you and me, I don't think he's very bright. You can't hear that.
At this point, Grevin turns, well, we should congratulate our man here. Tapping Dempsey. Going to tap Dempsey on the shoulder, missing, and then the novitiate puts his hand in the right spot. From this distance, you recognize this guy had, the equivalent of like a 3-star general rank. What's he doing with his hands? And the novitiate was he's saluting you, sir. Oh, very good. Gives a little salute. Relax. Finish what you're doing. uh,
What a bizarre fellow.
at this point, one of the sisters leans in and whispers to Grevin something. And the 3 of you came in a ground car.
Yes. The local member of the constabulary there requisitioned it from its original owner. I didn't know they were allowed to do such things, but apparently they are.
Very good. Very good. Well, it sounds like nothing suspicious has happened here today.
Well, aside from all of these evil rioting ruffians outside.
Yes, aside from that.
I do hope they get what's coming to them.
Dr. What name did I give this? Dr. Blanc, come assist Dr. Enrique here in his practices, and you can head back out to the aid pavilion. Unless there's
Jolly.
anything else you need.
No, not at all. See
At
you
this
later,
point-
my mechanical friend.
At this point, Dempsey has finished taking all his own weapons out and begins taking Kenelm's weapons out. just
I think
about
we would have
finished.
left the shield in the car as well.
Was the shield left in the car, or
I'm
would it have?
pretty sure it was. I think.
Okay.
I think. I don't think we wanted to put as least amount of weight on him as possible, and plus shield would be odd. Power sword, he could probably pass that off.
Chainsaw, but
Yeah, but it's cut up
So
and
I
scorched.
don't
Pretty
have a
bad.
power sword.
Yeah.
I meant chainsword. I thought it said chainsword.
Yeah. Also, the shield is a riot shield. So it would make perfect sense for Dempsey to have.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
So, well, our congratulations are in order. I will make sure you get top commendations. The sister here is telling me that you have a bit of a history with them, but I'm glad to see you've turned your wicked ways around.
He is now as pale as a ghost.
Well, if there's anything, do you need any services or help yourself? Well, if you'd like, there's. Well, if you'd like to queue up inside for the walking wounded, you'll find a queue just out that door to the left. In fact, Sister, if you need help, Sister Wakaya can take you that way.
The guy who literally, yes, the guy who literally charged a Drukari abomination with a knife is now scared. Or an 11.
Not really.
Wakaya? Yeah, mid-sized for a woman.
Dempsey, you're literally twice their size. Everyone is short to you.
He's bending his neck through the rooms.
It's like, is that an Ogren?
No, like one.
Mind you, this woman is in power armor, so she is like 6 foot in power armor. Right. And at this point, Griffin kneels down over Kennel. And now that I have you to myself, and is not looking at him at all, what actually happened?
A bit of gunfire.
Yeah, but the mechanic just doesn't give a shit.
We'd got shot in the leg. Leg got blown off.
Leg got blown up. That's. He looks not really looking at your leg. I can see that. And why?
It was a very powerful rifle.
Mm. So how long have you known Andrique?
Maybe a month.
Yeah. Just about spot on. Okay. And your relationship with the constable?
I mean, he saved me from dying, so I'd consider him a friend.
Alright.
Friendship
I'm
is
go-
magic, and magic is heresy.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, without telling me which it is, just go ahead and roll charm or deceive. Um, and let me know how many degrees of success or failure you get.
I think I have a 0% chance of passing this.
What, both of them or just one of them?
Both of them, they used the same thing. Never mind. I had a 10% chance. Yeah, because I don't know to see if fellowship is 30.
Okay. Alright. Well, if you insist on being incommunicatable, I guess we have no choice but to treat you. And he waves over a couple of tier above novitiate, but I'm going to keep calling them novitiates because I'm not remembering all the lingo.
Hospitaler.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, this is a hospitaller order. It's focused on that, but it's but not a
So,
brand new novitiate like a senior initiate.
so a novice, basically.
Yeah. And he whispers to her to guard you, and then he returns to the front to start a new sermon on how honesty can set you free.
uh,
The sad thing is, he was mostly being honest.
yeah, I was literally being honest the entire time. I'm sorry, I have no social skills.
Same here. But now let's talk about in-game as well. Same as here. Yep.
Alright,
Ugh.
back to Taven. So
And
as
behold,
the ground car pulls
still
in,
no social skills.
a similar, or not a similar, a ornate, made to look like a old school chariot, or not chariot, carriage.
Mm.
With gilding and whatnot, pulls in at the same point, and you run right into Nerevar as he's getting out. Oh, I hope you've got good news for me.
We've
He looks pretty pissed off.
no, Nerevar.
No good news.
Good news, yes. We managed to get rid of all the people occupying the tower. Made sure it's not going to explode, and
And the other 3 died, and I don't have to worry about them anymore?
no, they're just no. He's just severe. One's just severely injured. 2 of them are severely injured, and we had to ironically get them to the temple where the to get the chapel to be treated for wounds.
Hmm.
But there is other good news. Well, okay, actually, it's terrible news, but unfortunately, it is news you'd want.
Are you going to tell me, or are you just going to stop there?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
pulling out the rifle. They had this unusual thing, and this. Part of the stealth. I pull out and show him part of the stealth tech. This, yeah. Well, it's not a Tau rifle, but it probably has some tech on it. It's just some unusual hodgepodge thing, if I remember.
Yep.
This is clearly not a completely Imperium weapon.
If you got Tau blueprints, but how to make it with local equipment.
Yeah.
This is what you
Okay. This is clearly not an Imperial weapon, and nothing a Hiver would ever come up themselves with.
At this point, he's looking more miffed than usual.
And then I show him the scraps of arm of the stealth unit. And he was also wearing this. He was basically invisible.
And, like
a camel cloak, but actually more advanced.
well, this is good news. Or terrible news.
Well, at least it's at least it's your primary directive news.
More to go on than before, right?
Yeah. But yeah.
At this
Yeah,
point,
and-
he looks around and remembers, right,
Oh.
smiling governor type, and seems to put on a big, fake politician smile. Alright, now walk with me, and bring it back.
Just leave it with the weapons with the.
Bring
Yeah.
it back.
Oh, could you also get someone to bring in the power armor?
Yes, driver. This driver who's been, driving through a war zone for the last 20 minutes gets out, as well as Nerevar's personal driver. Can you help with the garbage in the trunk?
Yeah.
These two guys begin lugging that armor. Alright. So as he walks in, immediately you feel. Go ahead and make a, senescence roll.
Okay.
Senescence.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
Alright. So you definitely feel that somebody who had a powerful connection with the warp was in this building not that long ago.
How many other psychers have you employed?
You? Nerevar says you. Gets a concerned look on his face for a second, and then puts the helmet back on his power armor.
Yeah, because something else has been here. Yeah.
Oh, stay with me. And
Yeah.
he takes off.
Mm.
So he runs into the back of the palace, and there's this huge contraption inside a sealed vault-like door, which Nerevar quickly enters the code in to get through. And inside the contraption is, as far as you can tell, nobody's been in here. And your senescence tells you that, the entity didn't make it this far. Psyker, do you hear it? Is it here?
Not here anymore, but it didn't get to this. I will not ask questions, of course, sir. But I'll try to answer everything I can as soon as I get confirmation.
Alright. Alright, well, lead me to where you feel it then. Yeah.
Okay. Would
Couples
that be
you out of
another
ring, seals the door.
or can I just kinda?
You can kinda, not Marco Polo.
Yeah,
Hot or
okay.
cold your way over there.
Okay. I admit I've mostly been doing this through bursts, not fine tuning, but I'll try to lead you the way, sir.
So it takes a couple of minutes until you can track until you're getting to the point where you're like, no, it was right here. Something happened right here. And you're outside a door
Yeah.
in one of the renovated wings.
Yeah. Here, sir.
So Nerevar, stand behind me.
Yeah.
Opens the door and rushes in.
See, wait. Let's see.
And inside you find, or rather, you find parts of the familiar face of Foth Kogar, the guy who ran the brothel.
Oh, I also put Telekinetic Dome and start protecting him as well. Yeah.
Unnecessary, but so inside he looks around, sees that Kogar's been not just killed, but totally eviscerated.
Wait.
Whoever went after this guy just kept cutting. Trip's a battlefield psyker, so I'm sure he's seen.
Things that looked like this.
Yeah,
Wait, can I take a look at the head case? Because I'm just looking for something very particular.
So that the head is in multiple pieces. The face was definitely slashed apart.
Just seeing if this, I know, just personal thing. Just seeing if this had anything to do with it.
Brain slug?
Yeah, or at least anything similar to it. No? Fair enough.
No, you wouldn't recognize any. No, you wouldn't recognize anything.
Yeah, fair enough. Just figured it was one shot.
Guess they just, well, damn. Hopefully I got everything out of them of value. Hopefully. Oh well.
Can I, sir, is communications up or are they still down?
I'm dreading that they've come back. I'm about to go sit in and hear from all the other hive governors about how they're so wanting to send aid. It will become quite tedious.
Sir, I wish to make a report to the Inquisition myself. I know this is strange, but it's...
You want to go over my head? You want to talk directly to my superior and get me in some kind of trouble? No, I'm kidding. You go ahead.
Yeah.
You can use box room 3.
I I was stone faced the entire time.
Hey.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking, because I want to ask if I should inform him about the marionette. I just didn't want to do that yet, but
So yeah, you can.
yeah.
Nerevar claps his hands and realizes, like, yeah, there's no servants coming because all the chaos, and just points with his own finger.
What do you need to be? What would you like me to do for you, sir?
I was hoping to get someone to guide you there, but you should know your way around by now. So
Yeah. Would you want me to be by your side until proper guards are set?
at this point, as you're walking around, you see that in the dining room, because remember, there's only about 3 hours after you guys had all had the banquet, and there's still people down there like milling about, no idea what's happening.
I'll just go then.
Alright.
It's like, and at this point, Erebor is like,
What an odd character.
he has no idea. And would it be scared if I would tell him I'm the normal one of my group? Yes, I know how that sounds. Yeah. I think that was half a joke.
Half joke.
Speaking of, I think this would be a good time to go over to one of you.
Alright.
Because
So-
all I would be just doing is asking if I have permission to tell Nerevar about that thing that's now here. Yeah. So that'll be an interesting tell.
Alright. So.
Yeah. To somebody else, I believe.
Who wants to volunteer? Oh, you're not isolated.
Yeah, he's in the fucking. You're in the waiting queue. You're in the public waiting queue for medical attention.
So I didn't get a good picture for it, but essentially you're in that inner
You're like
field.
an ER wing, like an ER room.
Yeah, so if you went out that door, it would just be there's like an inner defensive area and multiple buildings throughout, and there's just this long queue of people, standing or sitting. And no, but the sister standing over your shoulder definitely is a. So at this point, the sister's going to. Go ahead and ask. So, you hit on the canoness of the Ebon Blade. Well, it's the Emperor's way to learn from your mistakes. And speaking of mistakes, how long have you known your companions? Again, helmeted, no face. Yeah, she's got a helmet on. Doesn't got a face, you can look at it. Yeah, pretty much. In this case, it'd be a sister in power armor holding a black grail above her head. Hence the name Ebon Chalice.
And somewhere you can hear the knocks of shave and a haircut. Because this is literally the Emperor's joke.
About a month. And how did you meet them today? And you met Kenholm today? A month ago. Where did you meet? And you stayed in contact? Okay. Very good. Okay. It's the Emperor's blessing to have good friends like that. So at this point, we'll cut back over to Andrique.
I really doubt she believed a single word you fucking said,
Oh, yeah.
but anyway.
Yeah, you said that very suspiciously.
Yeah.
No, no, I'm
mean-
space calming. Yeah, how fucking. It reminds me of when you were trying to bluff in our Black Crusade campaign, and the fucking corn berserker was more tactful than you.
Yeah, you didn't actually lie, and you weren't actually trying to convince her of anything. You were just like, yep, we're friends. We've only met each other the one time, but we're friends now.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So,
Anyway.
back in the aid station.
AIDS.
AIDS.
Everyone has AIDS. AIDS,
So-
AIDS.
The novice is acting kind of as an aid to Andrique, and do you want to give me just a generic first aid, or not first aid, Medicaid roll?
Very good. What's wrong with you, sir? Oh, glass shards in your arm? You don't need those. We should probably remove them. I think. Yes, we'll remove those. I think that's probably the wisest idea. Oh, just a pair of tweezers, just whips them out. There you go.
So,
You'll be right as rain. Nurse, what's wrong with that person over there? She whispers in and says, they're dead, sir. Oh, they have no excuse for doing that. Tell them that I'll see them next.
So, while you're doing this, the novitiate that's with you, Sister Blanca, turns to you and says, "Forgive me, Doctor. I haven't finished my training in the ways of the dialogers. But, are you an evil spy out to get us in trouble?
You have no idea how often I hear that. It swears like every planet I go to. No, I'm just a humble Terran doctor,
Well,
doing
sort of.
my best in this
At this point,
crazy
she pulls out a
galaxy.
notepad and starts writing.
A humble Terran doctor doing my best out in this crazy galaxy. You know, I always like helping people. There's something... a calling, you would say. Yes, a calling. Well, while I'm not as devout as some members of the ecclesiarchy, I do believe with my heart that the Emperor guides my actions, and he wants me to help my fellow man. So that is what I do. I know my Terran sensibilities and high-class status may seem unusual to those of the lesser enlightened worlds, but it is just how we are on Terra. I'm sure you've not met many Terrans before, but I can guarantee that we are all as exciting and interesting as we can be on the throne world.
And how long have you known your companion?
Who, those people? Well, I know the mechanical lad who had his leg blown off, because he's been in and out of this chapel before. So I've seen him around from time to time. A decent fellow. We had a fascinating conversation about the nature of the Omnissiah, you know. It's quite interesting how they believe that the Emperor is the Omnissiah, but not the Omnissiah. It's quite interesting. Preposterous, of course, but it is.
Just
Yes,
out
good
of character,
times.
real quick. I'll stop you there. Just make a fellowship roll with a plus 30.
Oh, you don't need to add the plus, do you?
No, you only need to add a minus when it's a negative. You just
Right.
put the number in when it's positive.
So Endrique is so deftly able to perform, medicine and talk that this novitiate is unable to get any useful information out of him, and yet is left feeling with, "Yeah, I think that's a good guy."
So in other words, okay, this guy is just crazy, but he at least knows what he's doing in medicine.
So at this point, we'll jump back. What does Taven have to tell the Inquisitor?
Hello. Taven reporting.
This is. What did I give the assistant's name again? I did not write it down.
Okay. It's her again. Okay. I'm requesting permission to inform Nerevar about the marionette. It is acting on this planet, and thus it's going to make it increasingly difficult if I don't work with him. Or we, of course. Do I have permission, or must I keep the secret from him as well?
You're a member of the Inquisition. Your job is to uncover things. Secrets are only kept if they're helpful to finding things out. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have permission. I can get it in writing if you'd prefer.
Fair enough. It's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. That's all I need. But yeah, it also might seem to be interested in what he has here, but so I'll try to be working with him as much as possible to trying to figure out what's going on.
You guys are thinking it's some kind of super weapon. It's nothing crazy.
No, the thing. Well, whatever the thing is, the marionette was interested. And since that's literally the strangest thing I've met, I can't tell what it would want. Well, okay, that's obvious, but still. Anyways, has the time schedule changed, or is it still the same? Dude,
Time schedule.
thing. Yeah. Oh, right.
The what hive? Sorry.
The hive I'm in. That thing. Sector. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's Nerevar's decision, not.
Oh, my bad. Okay, fair enough. Okay? Fair enough. Well, I thought they told me about the timetable thing, but never mind.
That would have been Nerevar. Taven would remember this.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Anyways, okay. That is all I have to report.
Very good. I will make sure it makes its way up. Alright. So, cutting back to the chapel. So, there's real quick question, since we're gonna be cutting back and forth a couple more times. Do we want to play Taven's Return Home? Or do we want to jump to the 3 in the chapel?
The interrogation in the chapel is funny because I like the other two getting fucking interrogated.
Yes.
Alright. So, a time skip.
Damn you.
Several hours into the evening. At this point, the riotous nature of the city has calmed down. As the multiple house guards have managed to restore order. And you see the sisters, withdrawing back into the chapel. But a couple come, not sisters, but novitiates, take Ken home Dempsey to a office, specifically Grevin's office. And inside you see it's just a simple office. Mind you, there's practically no writing because blind guy. Although there are a number of papers kind of stacked off to the corner. You can sit down. No, it's if you've ever had those like cheap metal chairs, you've all seen them. Your knees are coming up to your chest. Meanwhile, because Ken Holm's still recovering.
I
Does
only
Ken Holm
have
want,
one knee.
do you want to sit on a chair with one leg, or do you want to simply be
I mean, I
laid
still
on a leg?
have a leg and a half. I can still sit down like normal. No.
So Grevin's gonna look at the two of you. He goes, something about your stories is not adding up today.
Ken Elm looks at Dempsey just completely fucking blankly like the ghost meme.
Now, now, if either of one of you would like to give a better explanation, how do you two really know each other?
Yes, large one. How do we really know each other? Ken Elm just fucking face palms.
There are two sisters at your backs, but they're not actively pointing at you.
Are they either of the ones we somewhat know?
One of them's Wakaya, and the other one is
Weiss?
White.
Or whatever?
Yep, Weiss. There we go.
That was the story you had. The story I had is that you just saved my life.
Fucking moron.
Now, okay. Just to be clear, that was out of character, right? You didn't just say. Okay. Griffin just stares back. One of the sisters in the back's. And
I'm back. What happened?
Dempsey got nervous.
Oh god.
Interesting. You were in a firefight? What
Kenelm
was...
is sitting in
Kenelm.
the thinking pose with his elbow on his nub, just staring at Dempsey with his head in his fist.
And so Garvin's gonna tilt his head toward Kennel. And what were you doing in a firefight?
Thinking.
No.
Would that be a bad idea?
It would raise your
Right.
Well, it's up to
At
you.
this-
I'm not in the room, but I would not. That would raise your suspicion up to the top.
At this point, there's a
Okay.
there's a polite knock on the door. Wait, go on, finish this, and then I will.
Okay. Kenham looks at the two sisters, looks at Graven, and just says Inquisition business.
At this point, you hear a knock on the door, and in walks the novitiate Blanca, if I remember correct.
Yes.
Holding her notebook. Says, I boiled down the key bits of information from the third accomplice.
It's just all gibberish.
Right. Now, Glim, if you could just give us the most asinine information for the next 45 seconds.
Okay. So yes, as I was walking down the 182nd Boulevard, you know that one down by the left front past the coffee shop? Or the recaf shop, I should say. Coffee is an outdated term, only used on Terra. It's all recaf now, very, very weird. But yes, as I was walking down there, I started hearing something unusual. I ignored it, of course, as naturally I have other things to think about. I was thinking about getting some recaf. But then, looking down the street, I could see muzzle flashes. I thought, that's most unusual. It shouldn't be happening like that, not in a polite, respectable street. You know, we try and keep a polite, respectable society, but I don't know what happens these days. I think I blame the youth, you know. The younger generation just doesn't have the appreciation that the older generation does. Not that you, as a younger person, are to blame, of course. It's just a societal issue brought about by, I think, a lack of dedication and faith in the Emperor.
Thank you, Grim. That was fantastic. So, Grevin gets a bit of a smile. Like, alright, that makes sense. Could you bring the doctor in? We'll wait for him to get here. So, she runs off and comes back a little bit with Endrique.
Oh, greetings, sir. It's nice to see you again. Oh, I see our guests are still here. Hello, police officer person. It's interesting. I'm surprised you're still alive. Yes. Kenholm, my friend. You're looking, well, about the same as when I left you last. You still don't have a leg. You really should get around to that at some point. You know, perhaps we
I
could
am
find
aware.
we could find a stool or something to use as a leg.
You may not be so jovial for so long.
Anyway, so what's this party about, my friends? I was tending to some more wounded. You know, the wound is pretty much dried up now that the riot seemed to be over. Yes, a couple of poor sods out there that have suffered a few moderate injuries, but nothing that my mastery of medicine couldn't fix. Anyway, so what's the story here?
So at this point, Grevin waves out the novitiate.
Oh yes, goodbye, Blanca. We must talk again sometime. It was quite fascinating, our conversation.
She just scurries away with like a
The
horrified.
joke is she didn't have a fucking word in edgeways, and he was just rebelling at her the whole time.
And you hear a very mousy, oh yes, thank you, but I have things to do.
Oh yes, until next time.
Now, gentlemen. He looks at Endrique. Are you working for the Inquisition?
No, of course not. They're a myth, aren't they? Something that young children are told by their parents so they won't misbehave. I don't even think the Inquisition is actually a real thing. I don't think the Inquisition's real. It's just a folk tale, isn't it? Looks down at those two. Are these two ruffians saying that they're part of the Inquisition? Ugh. Some people will say anything to get out of being in trouble. Jeez. What a
Alright.
common street brawl between a member of the law, a member of law enforcement, and a passing bystander, and they try and claim it off as their members of the God Emperor's Chosen. Phew.
Hello, can you
Preposterous.
hear me?
Preposterous.
Can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yes.
we can hear you now.
Yeah, my headphones just kind of cut out. I don't know why.
Oh, weird.
So I missed everything from now until the initiate left the room. What happened?
I walked in. They asked if we were members of the Inquisition, and I have given them a 2-minute bullshit spew about how the Inquisition's a myth made up by parents to keep their children from misbehaving.
Endrick, go ahead.
Gnome's head.
Go ahead
Gnome's
and drop a
face is
deceive.
buried into his palms.
Okay. Normally I let you guys roll because sometimes I don't want to tell you what the modifiers were in the background. But in this case, I'll just roll a little scrutiny here.
No. Pissed off. That's a you problem.
Alright, ready?
Mm-hmm. And Dreek is scrupulous. Bypasses the scrutiny.
Wow, we could not pull
I didn't
one over on a
see.
blind person.
You think
I
they'd
mean-
hire more professional acolytes these days?
If I was there, I'd be saying, I am just as confused as you are. I mean, I'm good at blasting things, but I don't know why they made me an espionage target.
Alright.
You're
So at this point, Dempsey or Athel, give us a charm roll. Whichever one of you has higher,
Arm, you said?
and you get.
Yeah, you should do this.
Okay.
It's better than my 10% chance.
There's a modifier. Athel is attempting to help you, assumedly.
So plus 10.
So plus 10.
do it and then we'll
You've
figure
already,
it out.
yeah, you've already told them that. I'm just trying to decide how well you delivered it at this
Oh,
point.
wow, you succeeded. By
Wow.
No, you were 2 away from failing.
Mm.
If it wasn't for that plus 10, you would have failed.
Alright. So, I was like, well, I don't particularly trust you three, but that goes along with being in the Inquisition. Sisters, no word of this should get out. I don't want to know what you three are up to. It always goes sideways. But you are agents of the Emperor, and so I am honor bound to help you. So I will release you to your businesses. And he points to Andrique and Kennel. Or, he tries to, he's blind.
Points to the ceiling.
vaguely points in between the two of them. You two can continue your roles here as needed.
We thank you for your hospitality and apologize for any inconvenience.
And the final thing, we lack enough prosthetics for your leg there, but we'll give what aid we can for finding one on world for you.
Thank you.
Now, sisters, if you can see them out. So you guys are escorted out. So at this point, you guys have essentially stayed overnight at the chapel.
No.
So I'll say, first things first, does Andrique or Dempsey want to help Kenholm look for a new Preston?
I will, but before we depart, I'm going to pull my two comrades aside for a moment. Well, one comrade, the other, who's holding out the other, and say, "You two are absolute buffoons, and I am very incensed. Revealing classified Inquisition secrets to outsiders not cleared by Inquisitor Nerevar is egregious and most dishonorable course of action. Secondly, when I was attempting to sidestep the issue to gain more favorable outcome, your blind insistence on revealing the truth again put me in a most uncomfortable position. If I could, I would inject you both with nerve toxin and watch you river around and die right about now, because I am very, very incensed. So I am going to just say this. You two have to report this to the Inquisitor yourselves. Let's see what he says about this issue. Either you report this to Nerevar, or I will, and my account of events will be more factual than your version.
I'm
We
sure the
have a
Blue Blood will never
mutual
lie.
understanding.
Suicide bomb, kill everyone.
You are an absolute idiot. People not from as they're walking away, people not from Terra are so stupid. Oh well, I suppose I shall go tend myself to the rat. That will make me feel better, dealing with a higher form of life form. Pulls out the dead rat from my pocket and starts walking away towards the basement.
Does the Inquisitions the Inquisition just chose us because we're nuts, didn't they?
Because they're fucking expendable.
Yes, we are a Suicide Squad.
I mean, I'll just point out you guys are going into week 5 of the adventure, meaning 21 21 days or 28, and everyone's gonna be gassed to death. So
Personally, I did not see an alternative out of that scenario. At least not one that was favorable. We would either be executed or put into a prison cell.
Alright. So, so at this point, we're going to jump around to everyone's triumphant returns, which, at this point, it's really Dempsey and Taven.
Well, I'd be telling Nerevar about the marionette because that seems to be very need to know information. Yep.
So,
Yep.
To be fair, he
I
seemed
can probably do
trustworthy.
it.
The Sisters of Battle are also adjacent to the Inquisition. Shrugs. Let's just go rogue, devote ourselves to corn, and kill everyone. Uh,
alright. So, a quick triumphant return home for Taven. Or do you want to do...
Telling
Um,
Nerevar about that thing immediately. Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
So, you... Again, so much of the house staff is just gone that you can just open the door and you poke your head in and you see Erevar is just taken off the top half of his armor and sitting in front of like a view screen. Oh, you are too kind, sir. Rayad, but truly we have no need for any more troops on the ground. No, I insist you keep them. Oh, I must go. Pressing business. And he hits a button, turns towards you. Yes, Sir Arataki.
Unfortunately, I've only come with bad news now.
Oh, I got some bad news of my own. All the other hives are trying to send troops to help restore the calm. Each of them intends to push for governorship, and I'm not quite sure which one of them are traitors yet.
Oh, well, I have... Well, I can answer what's involved. And I really wish it wasn't.
Okay, if you
Yeah,
can give
there
me
is
a
a
name.
warp entity that we only know as the marionette.
Hmm.
Some kind of half warp entity, half real space creature
He
that
looks.
the Inquisition has lost. I met it once, and that guy who was the guy who was given a speech on the television is probably literally being puppeted by that thing. Oh, this is just terrible. Yeah, he was dead. Oh, and mind you, it's a corpse being puppeted. And I'm pretty sure that was the thing I sensed that was here. Looking into whatever you have here.
Hmm.
If you want to punch me in the face, I do not blame you.
Oh, I do, trust me. But that would be non-political. And my current mask is a political one. He rubs his face for a second. Well, at least I know we have an opponent in all this. Um,
So I
I
was
now have
given something to counteract it.
something to counteract it.
Oh, yeah, I give the thing they sent me.
The thing they sent you, the
Kind of like a code. They
oh, yeah.
uh yeah, they sent me something as soon as I told them about it.
Oh, great.
And yes, actually, two of the others know about it. Dempsey and Kemmel are also more as aware of it. Well, maybe not as aware of it as I am, but yeah, they know it exists.
Well, knowing there's a mastermind behind all our suffering has not changed our suffering. But thank you for informing me. Now I have to take this call from Governor Yarrow. I'm not quite sure whether I should kill him or not, but if I get the opportunity, I would certainly enjoy it. Is there anything else for me?
Nope. Other than
Yeah.
the only leads we have left is the Starchers are involved in some way, but you probably got that out of the guy who's just lied faceless, and you were not the one to do it.
Mhm. It was certainly the case.
Anyway,
All right.
do you have a weird question? Do you have a spare mechanical leg around here? Uh, one of us lost a leg.
Well, I would ask my Sentinel, but he is currently, and he kind of holds his hands up and looks around the room, missing. So,
Okay, I'll. Uh, if you have any, if you have any further orders, sir.
no, there's. If you find any of my staff, please send them to me.
Want me to search the grounds?
If you'd like.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Oh yeah, I knew that part, but
So at this point, he hits a button on his screen. Oh, Lord Yarrow, what a pleasure it is to meet you again. So,
I'll just be searching the premises for apparently bodies, any living people, and probably where the armory is or wherever they would keep spare leg parts.
So a quick search. You are eventually able to find living staff members who are not preoccupied trying to get the guests to leave or stay or get out of the way. Um, and then you also run into the leader or one of the personal guard of Paravar, who looks absolutely stricken. And he sees you. He's like, Have you seen the governor?
Yes, actually. Wait, in Erevar? Yeah, I just talked to him.
I have to speak with him right now.
Oh, good. He was actually looking for you. Yeah, there. He's being in a call. Want me to escort you there, or just he's in his office.
So, getting back to the office then.
Of course,
Nevermore.
I must warn you. It's stress is really beginning to get on him.
Says she walk in. Oh, you are too kind, Lady Blueodd. I am just absolutely blown away by your generosity. No, I will speak to you again soon. Toodaloo. Fucking cunt.
Found one of your staff, sir.
At this point, the guard rushes in. Sir, you have to. He pulls out a data slate and plugs it into the screen. You have to see this immediately. And the slate plugs in, and it's a security feed from the outside of the building, and you see 6 or so house guards in a gunfight with some rioters, and all at once a woman with a sword just cuts through them like butter, just charges into the line, cuts them down.
I know who she is. Although she originally had an axe.
Shortly after, they all rush into her and a handful of others head into the building before leaving a couple minutes later. Well, that solves the problem of what happened to our prisoner.
Wait, I try to scrutinize the sword. I'm trying. Would that just be an intelligence roll? I'm beginning to see if that's a force weapon, because thinking this is the psyker I might have felt. What? No, I'm just saying. Just asking if I could recognize the weapon they were using.
So a recording wouldn't be able to transmit.
No, I'm not sensing psychic. I was just trying to see if I could recognize visually. No, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to. It does not appear to be any kind of force weapon. Just
Fair
an
enough.
extremely well-crafted sword. At this point, it's loud bang. Nerevar, you son of a bitch! Tova walks in, now in a slightly blood-stained dress. said, keep them calm. I'll be gone. 30 minutes tops. I have been in that ballroom for 7 hours. I am minutes away from performing executions to entertain the mob. Oh, cousin, I'm so glad you're back. Your wondrous scout team is just met with relentless success. She looks over her shoulder as if noticing Taven for the first time.
I'm just standing next to the security guard, probably sharing the both of. We are working with crazy people with too much power who dealing with way too much BS.
Well, Mr. Arataki, I will talk to you again soon. Tolva immediately begins going on a tirade.
What's the timeline? How long has it been since or is this happening at the same time?
It's about the same time, I assume.
So we're having a little bit of time fuckery back and forth. It's the same night all this is happening.
Yes, because Andrique would very much like to slip out of the church and go back to the palace to have a conversation with the Inquisitor. No, because I have a better idea now. An idea that means we don't get killed, and neither does anyone else need to get killed. No, I have a better. Out of metagame for a second here. I have a better way. I have a way that you two idiots get to live, and we get to cover up for our fuck up. But I need to talk to the Inquisitor first.
Yep.
We all die.
We all drink Cloister. We all drink cyanide. And get replaced by servitors.
We all become servitors.
Fulva commands a party of servitors.
It's the all servitor party instead of the all guardsman party.
Alrighty. So, well, shall we do that, or do we do Dempsey next?
I'm happy to sneak out and go to the palace.
Alright.
You're probably. Would it be funny if you meet me and going like, "Oh, yeah, our commissar is here, and they're
Well,
about
we have to
ready
set it
kill
up
each
first,
other."
So,
GM, how does this work?
so we'll say, Endrique makes his way up to the palace right about this point. So Endrique's gotten some rest. He's had a chance to recover. Taven has just been searching a palace, going nonstop. We're close on to like 28 hours right now. And so we'll say they bump into each other as Taven finally decides to get some sleep.
Yeah. Anyways,
Ah,
Nerevar.
greetings, my psychic friend. How is it going here in the palace? How is the Inquisitor's mood? I hope he
Absolutely
is-
terrible.
You see a slight twinge on the doctor's face before he resumes his smug, calm appearance. I see.
So
Most
please,
unfortunate.
punch me in the face.
Still. Would you say that he is incensed or enraged at the moment?
Well, possibly enraged, but it's only seeming incense. He seems to be very good at keeping it under check.
Interesting. Oh dear.
I mean, there's
That is Well, Andric, you've had to deal with things before, so stiff upper lip, Terran sensibilities. Anyway, so where would he be at the moment? I need to have a quick word with him.
At his office with the commissar, and she's about ready to kill somebody.
Ah, Lady Tuva's there too. Of course, of course. This day is delightful, delightful, delightful.
Oh,
Ah,
and
Terran.
speaking of
Ah,
crazy,
Throne of
I
Terror.
want to cut you down. One
So where
second.
is his office? Is it upstairs to the left? Third door down?
Oh, and if you see the security guard, please give him my apologies as well for just everything.
Of course, of course. Well, I shall see you later, my psychic friend. Remember to rest and eat your daily nutrient gruel. As they say, a bowl of nutrient gruel a day keeps the doctors at bay. Oh, that was a Terran
I
classic.
will be ordering it. I will be ordering bulk freighters of it.
Oh, that was a Terran classic back in the day. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see you again, my psychic friend.
Yep.
So, ciao ciao. As he wanders off. Okay.
So I'm just gonna make a little luck roll here.
So
So,
I'm basically
walking up the stairs towards the thing. Okay, this should be fun.
So am I unintentionally his favorite person to work with now?
Unintentionally, yes.
Oh, I
We'll
was
see how this goes.
talking to him.
So Endrique approaches the door. He sees the guard standing outside. Greetings, guard. Would the Inquisitor be free for a few minutes for a important conversation? I hear muffled yelling from inside the room.
I can try knocking.
Yes, I suppose that will be for the best.
Here. You are too right, Commissar. Oh, but we have another guest. So, send him right in.
Endrique saunters into the room. Does a bit of a double take and stops and goes, bows a courtly bow. My Lord Nerevar, Lady Tulva, delightful to see you again, Lady Tulva. It has been too long, may I beg an indulgence from you, Inquisitor Nerevar? I do apologize at the lateness of the time.
His lateness. Looks out the window as the sun's just creaking over the horizon now. Yeah. Late. What do you need?
Well, I was here to give, incident report from our taking of the transmitter, but before I do that, there is a more pressing urgency that needs to be addressed. How do I put this delicately? Well, Lord Nerevar, it would appear that my two compatriots, who have less brain cells than a grox between them, has outed publicly our affiliation to the Inquisition. And in doing so, may have inadvertently let slip certain aspects of our operation here. I'm afraid I was not in the room at the time. They did out me as well, and unfortunately, but despite my best attempts at bluffing, their crude and rather unsubtle dialogue prevented me from diffusing the situation.
Oh. How
Now,
many people? No, go ahead.
3. Now, I do have a potential solution. Well, I have several potential solutions, actually, my Lord Inquisitor. I never like to make a complaint without offering some guidance as to how to resolve the situation. The first one is to murder everyone involved. However, I figured that will probably be a waste of Imperial assets. And killing two sisters of battle, while I'm sure possible by esteemed members of the Inquisition, would be a bit of a diplomatic incident. But there is another solution I think might be a more subtle way of doing this. How difficult would it be to get access to inquisitorial mind wipe serum? I am aware that I should not know about this, but I am aware from looking in the medical inventories aboard the flagship that we do have stockpiles of such mind-altering chemicals, and perhaps erasing the memories of this problem might make it go away.
Well, both solutions work pretty well, but we are on an increasingly tight timetable.
Yes, I was afraid of such things. Yes, unfortunate. What would you suggest, my Inquisitor? As a loyal servant of yourself and the Imperium, I'm always happy to obey orders.
Well, you said 3 heard.
Yes,
Two
two
sisters of
sisters of battle, and uh, no, yes, but no. The head of the chapel, that blind fellow who used to be a member of the guard. While he could not, of course, physically identify us due to his poor eyesight, I still believe that it is still worthy of altering the situation.
Hmm. At the moment, there's not much I'm willing to do. I've got extremely limited assets in the city at the moment, as he looks over at the guard. He's standing off to the side. I've lost yet another squad. And now you're telling me that I need to remove even more.
Well, removing them or their minds, either one is an option. If we don't have any inquisitorial mind wipe serum, then I'm sure some form of mind-altering toxin could be applied. Of course, it is up to you how you wish to handle the situation, but I felt it was prudent that you be informed of all factors so that you may, how did we say it on Terra, most adequately adapt to the evolving political situation.
Well, in this situation, we have nothing to gain by removing anyone. We have the potential of needing to call on those sisters very soon, unfortunately.
Looks
But
over.
I would have preferred to, enlist their help without needing to reveal too much.
Yes, as did I. Lady Tuva, where did you acquire these compatriots of ours? They seem to be less professional than the previous batch we had. Unfortunately that the Tyranids ate them all, and I was only managed to escape through the skin of my teeth. Tuva gives him a look.
Sawbones, I know your story. Don't try your split-tongued ways with me.
It was important that one member got back to inform the Inquisition of the failure of the remainder of the party. It just happened to fall to me. Besides, if you had accompanied us, perhaps things would have been different. Uh, of, of course, that is no slight against your conduct, Lady Tuva, of course.
Go ahead and give me a roll for charm, just really quick. No reason.
Oh, the hidden commands I gave you.
Alright. I am a servant of the Imperium, and I go where the Imperium sends me, like all the heroes of the Imperium.
Endrick gives her a bit of a look because he's aware of her motivational posters and says, "Yes, I am aware, Lady Tuva. Inquisitor Nerevar, how do you wish me to proceed?"
For now, maintain your position. Try to build relations as well as you're able. And figure out who's behind all this.
Of course, my lord. Is there anything you would like me to communicate to the others out in the field? Or would you like to talk to them personally?
I'll be seeing them all again. In 7, looks at the now fully risen sun. 6 days.
Endrick looks out at the sun. Looks back at the Inquisitor. Yes, one way or another you shall. Well, Lady Tuva, my Lord Nerevar, I shall take my leave. As he turns to walk away. Oh, by the way, do you have any broken servitors around the place that I could cannibalize for parts?
Okay. Please, and wherever you find the sentinel, he'll point you out.
Oh yes, of course.
Did
Thank
someone
you,
lose a
Lord.
limb or something?
Ah. Endrick sort of gives a half bow and backs out of the room. Oh, as he's about to leave. Yes, one of my companions suffered an unfortunate leg-related incident. I managed to keep them alive. I figured that it would be best to keep them alive as much as we could. However, the limb unfortunately could not be repaired. So I was thinking of using a basic servitor augment while we endeavor to do something more permanent.
Oh, right. He just nods his head. At this point, like I was telling you guys, you've all been up, 20 hours, and Nerevar is going on that same 28 hours.
Actually, by 28 hours, you would be completely awake as your time clock set.
Doesn't matter. Anyway.
So,
Until next time, Lady Tuva, it's always a delight. He says half seriously. Lord Inquisitor backs away, and backs out the room.
alrighty. So, jumping back to everyone's, Taven's arrival back home, he finds his apartment has been relatively untouched in the chaos. Although he does recognize the street that the guards had been guarding was right across from where he lived. And that there's still, blood and dismembered limbs out in the street in front of his house. And
God damn it.
oh, you didn't need to roll that bad. Or roll citations. Instead, you have a package right outside your door.
I swear if it's a math, I am screaming and going back to the palace.
No, not a mask. Upon opening it, you find a mask.
It's a mask.
It is a plain white mask, yes. But there's a note scratched into it.
Yes. You know what? I don't even have the energy to scream anymore.
Going to
What
bed.
does it say?
Yeah.
What does the note say?
So the note simply says, go after the Millers.
Now he's just
Mm.
taunting us.
Hmm.
Now he's just taunting me. Oh, I will.
I'm guessing once he's slept.
Yeah. Although that's I'm you know what, this might be hilarious, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay at the palace.
Uh, as you go back into the palace,
Yep.
as you go back into the palace, you find Endrick wandering around the gardens, poking dead bodies and looking for a fucking dead servitor. He's currently holding a human leg in his arms. No, it's too fleshy, too organic. I need something better. Chucks it away over his
How
shoulder.
many nightmares do I have to see today?
Alright, so really quick, let's do a quick bit of shopping for Kennel. Alright, so it sounds like everyone's given their assistance, so that's plus 30. And you guys have successfully maintained good relations with the chapel. That's plus 40. Yes.
That's plus 40 for an influence roll or for a cybernetic leg.
So that'd be plus 40 for an influence roll.
Okay.
And so I'm pretty sure because of all their talents and attributes, you're at a plus 0 for just a basic leg. But if you want to go for any additional upgrades,
I bring this up because as Adeptus Mechanicus, all cybernetic implants are one step easier, so it's an automatic plus 10.
no, I
I
don't know
was
what he
rolling
was
to
rolling.
find it. Yeah, I was rolling to see if I could find a dead servitor with a bionic leg in the garden.
I was rolling because I thought I had to.
No, Kenom did have to. And
Okay.
I don't know, did I tell it while everyone was here? If I didn't, I'll just reiterate. So, the way it's gonna work. Alright. So, kind of messed me up because you rolled before I got to tell you how this was gonna work.
My bad.
But, I was gonna say, you can pick the upgrades in advance, and in which case you'll get to upgrade, it'll lower the modifier by 10. But you'll get the upgrade guarantee. Or you can make the roll, and then it'll be for every 2 degrees of success, you can get 1 upgrade. So you could get best quality cybernetic leg, or you could get an
I will
attachment.
take best quality cybernetic leg.
Okay. Attachments like a weapon or a tool.
So it will need to be attached.
Yes. But he just wants the best quality leg. And I like that. Nice and simple.
Good craftsmanship bionic legs grant the owner the sprint talent, add plus 20 bonus to agility test that he makes when attempting to jump or leap.
And don't forget, Binocs also add +2 to toughness.
Yes.
Alrighty. Now, jumping back to Dempsey's return home. Oh, and Grim, you can tell her I start school Monday, I'm doing good. Kids are all happy and healthy.
Sweet.
So, upon getting back to the station, you immediately notice that something's a little off. And upon going inside, you're able to find Naiju beaten to death, just on the floor. And there's a handful of dead in the hallway out the back door. Furthermore, Yep, the deputy, yep. You also find that whoever came in used some sort of acid to melt their way into the arms room, and everything has since been looted. So yeah, at the back of the building you find just down the hallway it looks like Naiju had gotten into a little bit of a gunfight before he'd just been overrun and beaten down. Looking around you also spot the the security camera. Or you could go inside to like the actual data feed output and grab that. Or you can go through the dead people or well, so the security feed, since it's just an external feed, go ahead and give me a tech use roll. Plus 20. So you know the scene in Zoolander. It's the scene in Zoolander.
Really?
The files are in the computer.
That's the one. That's alright. So you're able to grab the data bank if you want to take it with you, or you can leave it and have somebody else try and look at it. So the corpses are pretty much in a straight line, like there was essentially a gunfight, and you see most of them are armed with that familiar redwood club, extremely similar to the ones that were used at the brothel. Yeah. You can also tell from the clothes that these were, dressed rather similar. Not quite a uniform, but you can tell these were the same type of guys that were working in the brothel. Well, he's definitely not there. You also see Naiju's trusty 6-shooter. If you want to. Okay. All right. So it is Naiju's trusty shooter. Range 40 meters. Damage. Yep. Damage.
40.
40. 1d10 plus 2. Type impact. Pen of 1. Rate of fire single. Clip 6. Reload full. And then it has reliable, proven 4, and custom grip. 4. Custom grip. Which is going to give you -5 until you can get somebody to adjust it.
Well, it was made for his palm. Actually, I think that women should go to Camel. You use las weaponry. Fair enough.
What was it?
Naiju's trusty shooter is what I got it here as, but give it whatever name you want.
Call it Deborah.
Yeah. Right. All right. So at this point, that kind of leads us into the regular week. How does everyone? Oh wait, before I forget, everyone give me a D10 roll.
Oh dear.
All right.
Is that suspicion, I'm guessing?
Yep, those suspicion rolls.
Who's winning? I think I was winning last time.
Yeah,
And that
but that,
being most suspicious. Who's winning now?
so Dempsey has pulled ahead, and he also has a
Am I
sinking suspicion.
Still the least suspicious.
Still by a long shot. All right. So how does everyone want to
Reveals
spend
that
their-
is edition least suspicious.
I'm going to assist in the attachment of the servitor leg I found onto our compatriot. Yeah, no, it was the one we rolled for best quality that I was looking for. So I found the high quality servitor leg, basically.
And by
Okay.
that,
Not from a
it was just a
janitorial
random dude
servitor.
with a leg.
Yeah, it wasn't a janitorial servitor. This was like an actual.
There's some retired super rich noble who had a heart attack that day, and ooh, what's this? This is mine now.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they were caught up in the palace. They were one of the people killed at the palace, and it was like, oh, he's already dead. He won't need his leg. Bone saw. Chop through the fleshy part, take off the whole leg, take it back to the chapel. My mechanical friend, do you know how to disconnect the wiring from this? Holding up the leg.
Still with the leg
Maybe.
attached. He didn't
Yeah.
cut the leg up, take the leg off. He just cut the leg, cut
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, how does everyone want to spend their week of investigation and recoveries? I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you don't need to roll for anything.
After I know you go. Okay, I was gonna say after I reattach the leg, I'm going to roll to ask. No, we know where we're going. I'm going to ask. I'm going to go try and look for the fucking Starches warehouse. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right. Is that
I'm gonna show Nerovar the mask and say he's taunting us and said the Millers.
all right? So,
And on a related note, this is the second mask he gave me.
of course, you're gonna have a whole collection by the end.
I don't know where the first one is. I think it's probably in some Inquisitor archive by this point, or completely destroyed.
If for any reason it ever happens, if you ever get to see Maleficus's room, it's literally a wall full of masks. He keeps them all.
So I'm not the only one who turns in the masks as a report.
So
Yes.
So go ahead and give me an inquiry roll first. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Anyway,
So asking around, you're able to find a couple locals who point out the one of the starch factories that was especially unharmed during the chaos. At this point, I'll also remind everyone that everybody's pretty tense, and so they're much more willing to give up information about, who they think bad guys are.
I know this is like the only thing I ever do, but just omniscience, I am just trying to pin down anything with the one thing I'm good at. So basically, last psychic activity. Just ugh.
Oh
That would
yes,
probably
we
be
forgot to tell the Inquisition about that.
No, we told her. We told him. So just So just a normal clinician's roll, or anything else.
I'll tell you what. Do you want to try and backtrack that? Figure out where that psychic presence in the building came from.
Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe. Oh right, maybe I'll focus my psychicness on the building, because, like, just weird. Yeah, I'll be
Right.
focusing on the building. That's a good point.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and tell you it's gonna be 5 rolls,
Ooh.
and you need a total of 16 bonus successes. So
Ooh.
pretty hard.
Great, it's a 50-50 with me. Any bonuses? No, that's for psychic powers. Oh wait, did you say fate points? Oh my bad. Oh wait, you mean fate points for that? Okay. Okay, so just straight clinicians.
Yep. So he gets 5 rolls. He just needs 16 total successes, or not 16.
Okay, well, definitely might want to reroll that one. So that's what. Some of those clinicians.
So I'm doing math in my head, realizing make that 12 successes.
Well, I'm not even getting any.
Rolling very bad.
It's a 50-50 with me. I was.
So statistically, you should have gotten at least 1 by now. It's a 50-50, but you should have had 1.
No, one more. That was my 4th. Guess I'm gonna reroll. What?
Alright, so I will tell you, you can save those 3 successes for the next investigation week
Okay, yeah.
and can try again. Or you can reroll, up to you. If
I'd
you feel
rather
like
just save it.
just save it, okay.
Wait, couldn't I? Wait, can't I do both? Like, couldn't I? Use the rerolls and just, or if I go all, or would that still be just going all in? Because yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I'm just gonna save it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Wait, you're saying if you can use the points? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Yep, that was a failure.
It didn't pop up for me. Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
The trail grows cold. and you have to retrace your steps over and over again. So people get to watch a sanctioned psyker walking up and down the streets of the hive. Like,
Well, actually, I was only doing it in the building, like the palace.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, I was saying I was going only to the palace, like where I last saw it. That's why I was saying if there was going to be any bonuses, since I was narrowing down my short search.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, you're retracing the steps, so you're follow.
Yeah.
The idea was you're supposed to be following it back to where
Oh, it leaded.
the
Okay.
source. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he was following from the warp presence he felt in the building.
Yeah.
All right, and so that brings us over to Kennel. What's he doing?
Getting used to his new leg.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have to spend, was it 4 days recovering?
I
So
have to spend an
he's out.
amount of time recovering.
Yeah.
And then after that, I suppose just kind of looking, just doing his normal thing.
All right, so Dempsey. What's Dempsey up to? Yep. So he does return, actually. Or rather, I should say his bodyguard shows up with not an axe, what do you call it? A drill. And you find him. You're literally like sleeping, and you hear somebody unlocking the door, and walking in, peeking out. You see the bodyguard with the power drill making his way over to the arms room. He's gonna get there, poke his head, and realize everything's already been stolen. You hear him cuss for a bit. So, how's it going there, sir? Looks at the drill in his hands and the arms room. It's just sent by just making sure everything's secure. I'm not even gonna make. Yeah, well. He's like, well, if it's already been taken, then no point securing it. So, uh, what do you mean? Oh, oh, well, I mean, you've seen all the chaos. We kind of no more time to wait for the key, right? Out of curiosity, where have you put the demolition kit you had? You sleep with it on you. Yeah. Looks at like the sticks of dynamite in a box on your belt. Um, well, I there's nothing here for me. I guess I'll be on my way. Just me? I wasn't robbing. Gain access to arbiter materials to enforce the law. I was protecting the captain. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the end. It was like 7 o'clock. You know, clocked out, went home. We all did, and then all the chaos happened, and he felt it was wise to stay home. Okay. Oh, okay.
Roll because actually you can re-roll because that's your
Yeah.
warrior ability.
All right. So, you just smoke this guy. So outside, you don't see anyone else. You do see the chief's key still in the lock.
Well, do you want to call for backup? So you haven't been to. No, I was gonna say you do know where he's at, but you haven't been to his place before. Um, so you get there, and he lives in a palace, not like a palace, but like a mansion. So he does have like two personal guards out front, and just to give you an idea, this place probably has like 7 bedrooms. That's roughly the size of it. Um, oh my god. Oh, dude, you just. Well, you're gonna kill his kids.
Gee. Okay.
Who's even going to kill you? Oh, the Inquisition ain't even going to kill you anymore.
What's up, dude? Okay. Okay. It will definitely blow a hole in the wall. That's what you're asking. You can. The two guards out front might be a little suspicious. Okay. Dempsey's having a little bit of a breakdown. Okay. So,
You can strap the bomb to yourself and run into the building.
okay.
Wait,
Goodness, this
can I
was
have
a
a
lot
look
of.
at this?
I like the
Because I've been
absolute
walking around
derailment of
town.
this.
This is just fucking retarded.
So you come on.
Wait,
You want
can
to
I?
try to talk to him first? So you're cutting out. Now, forever.
Gavin Newsom.
And the guards look at you all armored up and like that twinkle in your eye. And they're like, yeah, we can send you in, Lieutenant. And one of the guards gonna peek into a little shoulder mouth of fog. We got a Lieutenant Dempsey here. Yeah. Come right over to the study here. And as you
Yes.
come in,
Jolly good.
you are going to. Alright, well, we're about to. Right after this scene, we'll call it.
Let me know when what happens.
Yeah, we'll let
I'll
you know.
mute myself, but I might be back.
Alright, so you come into the lounge, and right after you get there, a woman comes in. It's like, oh, Lieutenant, allow me to greet you. I'm Lady Bithis. Oh, and he'll be with us shortly. He's just finishing up with the children. Can I get you to sit down, get you a drink, maybe some recap, maybe some wine? Make a report. Okay. That's good, that's good. Now, was so not prepared for this. I said I was
Prepared.
so unprepared. I was not expecting this. No, it's just not. I mean, this scene was just something I grabbed that looked appropriate, so the music doesn't match. So, okay. Lieutenant. Sorry. Well, Lieutenant, my only issue is you have a bit of a grimace on your face, and the doorman said you were a little angry. But you have to understand, he takes your hand. Like, please. Bithis is a good man. He's not a smart man, or particularly intelligent, or even really a brave man. But he is a good man. And she... Please, you have to understand that in a situation like this, she's up on her tippy toes to try and puppy dog eye you as best she can. That he is really trying his best, and you must understand that I have to try everything I can. And that is why, let me make this roll really quick. Just a sec. Where's that one? Where's stealth? There we go. Well, I mean, or he's trying to sneak out the window while she's getting you distracted. Oh, goodness. So you hear a particular piece of furniture behind you crunch down, and whipping your head around, you see, yeah, I'll just drop them in. That guy.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll call it.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the thing I wanted to give you?
Oh, cool. You kept the genestealers. Nice.
We got
Oh, that was... No, Dempsey is about to have to run for his life and probably get killed.
Would it be funny if he just drops the explosives as he runs?
Yes. It would have been a save or die roll.
You know, I was beginning to wonder if you actually kept the genestealers.
I was...
Okay, you know what? Scout Team 1. We do what you want, just not in the way you expect.
So now
Shouldn't
do you understand why I was like, I was not expecting this to happen? I had a picture ready for it, and then I lied about, yeah, I was not expecting to use this.
Isn't that the best tagline? We actually do exactly what you want. Just no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can I make a suggestion? You arm the demo charge and drop it as you run out. Yes.
Well, I was not ready for the accidental investigation. Um, I thought for sure you were gonna. I was 90% sure you were gonna chicken out, and then you just kept like, "No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." Okay, well, that's
Oh, great. So wait, we have genestealers, the marionette, and Tau stuff.
yeah. Okay, well, so yeah, that'll be the end of the session. Goodness, I've got